This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between May 15th and May 21st. Now, I know if you are new to me, you're probably wondering, what does layoff information have to do with mortgage and real estate? And I'm glad you're wondering. I'm glad you asked, and I'm here to tell you. So many years ago, I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I was super excited. I was getting ready to get an asset. The seller was excited. They were getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their asset. And I had signed loan documents. I'm in escrow, signed loan documents. I go back to work and I find out hours later, literally hours later, that I was getting laid off that day. No warning or anything. You can only imagine what was going on in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm closing on a house. I don't have a job. I'm gonna make the payment. Da 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 da. All of that. So I got on the phone, called my mortgage broker at the time, called my real estate broker at the time, and said, look, I don't have a job. This transaction can't close. I faxed them the paperwork. Yes, we hardly use fax these days. We can almost email everything. But anyways, that's how long ago this was. And so I faxed over everything to my mortgage broker, real estate broker. I was able to unravel the transaction, but guess what? I lost money in the process. Like I didn't get my deposit back because by then I had removed all my contingencies. It wasn't the seller's fault. It wasn't even my fault. But unfortunately, you have contractual agreements, and I lost my deposit. I also lost money that I paid for an appraisal inspection. I paid for a home inspection, a pest inspection. Like I didn't get that money back. So there's two reasons why I share this information. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Would you not buy that new house or that new car? Would you not go on that lavish vacation? Would you put fillers out there, dust off your resume, put fillers out there and then see if other companies are hiring in your field? Like, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off, right? Would you start that new business or write that new book that you've always been contemplating? So I share this information so you can get your stuff in order, right? So you can be better prepared. You may consolidate your bills or start saving aggressively. But whatever it is, I don't want you to be caught off guard like I was. The second reason why I share this information, and this is where my background comes into play. I want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I don't care if that hardship is due to a death, a divorce, an illness, an injury, a layoff, a natural disaster. It doesn't matter. If you are experiencing a financial hardship, you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I literally have been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make the mortgage payment each month. So this is why I share this information. It's twofold. Now, before I get to the list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce, I want to show you what I was able to accomplish for one of my clients. Because remember, I can show you better than I can tell you, right? I can show you better than I can tell you. So it should be loading right about now. And this was a modification that I was able to help one of my clients get. Go through here. This is the modification. They were so blessed. They were extremely thankful for what I was able to accomplish. And so here we go. Let's go over this. I'm going to highlight over here on the right. Um, their mortgage payment was $1,952.26. They were behind when they came to me. They was having a rough time, financial challenges, right? And so that $1,952.26 payment did include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Their interest rate was at 3%, but it was an adjustable rate mortgage. So it was constantly going up. Their payment kept going up. And so I was able to, they contacted me. They called 714-914-7254. Yes, they did. They called 714-914-7254. I got on the case right away because look, I take people's situations personally, right? what I make happen for others, God makes happen for me. So when I'm able to bring ease, when I'm able to bring peace, when I'm able to bring a favorable decision to my clients, I get favorable decisions in my life, right? So I modified their mortgage. I got it down to $1,651.94. And get this, that did include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And one of the best things about this modification that I was able to get, they got a fixed rate. So they didn't have to worry about their payment going up, their principal and interest payment. Their payment was at the $1,651.94, but their interest rate was 2.49973%. Okay, can we just round that to 2.5? They got a 2.5 interest rate, so they got it even lower. So I share this with you because I want you to know that life may throw you lemons, but I help you make lemonade. Okay. So you don't have to fret. What you don't know will hurt you. People like to say, oh, what I don't know won't hurt me. No, what you don't know can hurt you. And so if there's a possibility that you might get laid off or your company is laying off, I want you to know. I don't want you to be caught off guard because I want you to be able to prepare for that life event. Okay. I want you to be able to prepare for it. So let's get started. You guys know, if you're new to me, I share the names of the companies in alphabetical order. Okay. So if I get to a letter and I've already passed the letter that your company starts with, and you're like, look, Lacy, I've been hearing whispers, but I didn't hear my company name. Are they laying off? Are they not? What's going on? You may want to check some previous videos because I may have received that information already and already disclose that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't miss a video that I upload because I try to share this information, the long form video anyway, every Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I give you the name of the company. I give you the date they're laying off. I let you know if the layoff is permanent, if it's a closure, if it's temporary. I let you know those details. I let you know how many, and then I give you the address. Okay. So I give you the address. So let's get started. I always, try to pray for you guys that are going to be receiving these notices, right? We do have 11 entries. That doesn't mean 11 different companies. That means 11 entries because some companies have multiple offices that they're laying off at, or they have multiple different days that they're laying off. So let's get started and we'll get through this as quickly as we can, right? So July 22nd, Allergan. I used to work for this company years ago as a contract employee and a contract worker, I should say, because if you're contract, you're not an employee of the company. Okay, anyways, I digress. Allergan, July 22nd, they're laying off permanently 202 people at 2525 DuPont Drive in Irvine. We have Amazon on July 7th. They're laying off permanently 33 people at 1100 Enterprise Way in Sunnyvale. July 7th, Amazon is laying off permanently 6 people at 905 11th Avenue in Sunnyvale. You have July 7th, Amazon is laying off permanently 5 people at 1100 Discovery Way in Sunnyvale. And July 7th, Amazon is laying off permanently 8 people at 1140 Enterprise Way in Sunnyvale. July 21st, Creative Stone Manufacturing, Inc., also known as or doing business as Coronado Stone Products, is closing permanently. They're laying off 39 people at 201 South Cactus Avenue in Rialto. We have July 21st, Icon Therapeutics is laying off permanently 55 people at 230 Harriet Tubman Way in Millbrae. August 1st, L&T Precision is closing permanently. They're laying off 81 people at 12105 Kirkham Road in Poway. July 18th, PMAB 5 is laying off permanently 63 people at 101 Hillside Shopping Center in San Mateo. July 21st, Tend Exchange Subsidiary LLC and Delaware Tender Staffing LLC is closing permanently. They're laying off 8,090 people at 6701 Center Drive West, Suite 425 in Los Angeles. Last but certainly not least, July 14th, UPS is laying off permanently 355 people, 1380 Shore Street in West Sacramento. So that's the end of this week's list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce, where we received and processed their notice between May 15th and May 21st. Now, remember, if you've experienced a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, I have good news for you. You don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. You know, I've been helping clients for years. I show you guys week after week of modifications that I've done. But I help people finance property. I help people refinance property. I help people buy property. I help people sell property. And then when life deals them lemons, I help them make lemonade by avoiding foreclosure by any means necessary. And I help you get favorable results. I pride myself in getting favorable results. So I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.